Well, hello there. It's Beards and Bangers, and today I'm in the Oxfordshire, Buckinghamshire borders. I'm in a village called Launton, which is just outside Bicester, so quite local for me, or very local for me, in fact. And we're at a brand new car show, first of this event. Let me tell you all about it after the intro. Yeah, so this is the first Launton classic and retro car show. We're here at Launton Sports and Social Club. That's the building over there. This event has been organised by Gavin and his team. They've put this together in 7 weeks. That's right. So we spend months and months planning the Children's Rally. Gavin and his team have put this show together in 7 weeks. It's not the biggest show in the world, but it could be. There's plenty of space here. Really friendly welcome. There's a real eclectic mix of cars here. So we're going to grab the camera and have a little wander around and look at some of the beautiful things, beautiful and varied things that are here. But well done to Gavin and his team. Well done to Launton Village for putting this on. This is fantastic already. Been here, an hour, and it's just brilliant. So let's have a look at some of the cars. So the first thing we see is this barn find Ford Anglia. That's very, very moth-eaten indeed. But that is so Gavin is looking for barn find. So Gavin is the organiser, and he's put this car under this gazebo to advertise that fact. So if you've got a barn find, get in touch with Gavin. I don't know if we can get close enough to see the number. We're greeted. Our first non-crusty car is this lovely early 80s Mini. And then when I was driving in earlier, I saw this and I got a little bit overexcited. It's a Marina pickup, so a Morris 575. And I've not seen one of these before, but I am very, very, very taken with this vehicle. It is, it's nice. It's very nice indeed. And we've then got a Mark 1 Fiesta. And we're seeing a few of these now. The Fiestas they've really come of age as modern classics. Really good to see plenty of them here. We've got another Ford Anglia. This one a little bit different to Gavin's over there. So this one's been restored, sitting on mini lights in a rather nice period shade of blue. Love that mountain steering wheel. That's beautiful. Yeah, that's a good looking little Anglia. That. I like that. I just love the that rake on the rear windscreen. That's just. I remember getting very excited when I was a kid looking at these. And we got a Vauxhall VXR8 next to that. Don't see many of these, but that is a very muscular, purposeful looking thing. I like that a lot. MGTF, always going to see lots of these. And there was one just left, actually, just as I was about to start filming, so I was very inconsiderate of them. But we have got an MGTF. Then we've got a B Roadster, British Racing Green on mini, very, very clean mini lights indeed. That's very smart. I like that a lot. And a Hillman Minx. That's pretty clean. It's got a bit needs a bit of re-chroming, I think, on the front grille. But yeah, that's it. Then we've got a Wolseley. What model is this? Will it tell us on the back? A 1560, so it's the Farina styled BMC cars of the period. And of course you also had an Austin version, you had a Morris version. Always nice to see those. And then we've got a BGT rubber bumper. I love these, I have to say. And then we've got a Primrose. I think we've seen this car at various shows. So Primrose Yellow MGC GT. And that's very smart indeed. I do love that colour. Always get very excited. We've got a Trophy Blue ZS 120, I believe this is. Hatchback. That looks pretty clean and tidy. And then we've got a Mark III Escort. This is probably just a basic model, more basic model. It's an automatic actually. So it's not that basic, 1.6. So it's not that basic, but that's really nice. I've seen quite a few of these modern classic Fords now, early 80s Escorts and Fiestas. It's really nice to see them at these shows. Always plenty of Mazda MX-5s.
Yeah, they breed.
They breed. Same as MGBs. Very promiscuous cars. That's very nice. Later one there, and we've got very late one here. So this is what the MX-5 has become. But I like the lines of those actually. I'm really quite fond of these later MX-5s. Got another one here. This one in black. Then we've got an XJ of some description. That lovely white leather interior. It is an XJ8. I think I heard this come in, which is very distinctive sound, very nice sounding motors. That looks quite clean actually. And next that we always get a good smattering of American cars at these local shows. We've got a Chevrolet Deluxe from 1951. This one's for sale. We can get right up close because there we are, there's the details. So if you want a Chevrolet Deluxe, then this one can be got.
Sure can.
And that,
a story over there.
yeah, okay. I think the owner, who's a genuine American classic car driver, because he sounds American.
32 years.
30. Oh, okay.
34 years.
34. So the gentleman is American, but he's been here 34 years, so he's yeah. But he's got lots of story with his car. That's a. I love American cars. They're just big and lovely. I've got a little Alpha something. Oh, Sustain. I wonder if that's got Sustain fuels in it.
Yeah, but that was bloody
Very nice twin cam engine. That's a good looking thing. Then behind the Alpha, we've got a P6 3500S. So it's the manual. I don't we call it Harvest Gold on these cars, but that's a particularly nice one. I like that. That's a very attractive thing. Another classic Mini here. That's quite smart. It's very, yeah, that's clean actually. There's no grotty seams or panels on that. And then a Mini van. Oh, that is nice. I love the way the vans, they just have the grille is actually a panel rather than something that's just sort of fixed on afterwards. And we've got a later, very late actually, Mini Cooper. And then we have got a couple of Datsuns here today. So we've got this 240Z, which is as clean as a whistle. That is really very nice indeed. I do need to get me something big and Japanese at some point, and something like this could well fit the bill. But that's very nice, very sporty, yeah. And it's still, even though that's it's an early 70s car, it still looks quite modern in its styling. It's not, yeah. Still looks fresh, I like that. So we've got a 911. Very bright in that yellow. That's very nice. Another Mini with some tartan seats and a young driver in the driver's seat. I'm sure he's not going to drive off in it. And then so we've got sort of 1980s British next to 2000 and somethings Italian. So a very nice Ferrari. I'm not overly good on Ferrari models, but that is quite sexy. In fact, it's very sexy. So we've got something sexy in Italian. We've now got something sexy in British next to it. We've got a TVR 400 SE, and that is a very nice looking bit of kit. Yeah, that's very attractive. Another big cat. What have we got here? This is a later XJ, and there's another XJ8. So that's, yeah, good looking thing. And then we've got, get very excited now, we have got a BMW Alpina. Oh my soul, look at that. That is a seriously nice engine bay. That's a seriously nice car. So I think that's an E21. And that is very nice. And then we've got a little Mini on the end, and then we go back up this road and we'll see the cars we've come here with Austin and Lewis and Graham. So we'll find those cars. We've got a Citroen C5, is this? Big boss car in France, this would be. C6, sorry, this one. But that is a big old lump of car. And I haven't seen one of these for a long time, actually. Yeah, interesting that. Then we've got something that I get very excited. We've got Harvest Gold Marina. That is, oh, look at that. It's even got the fluffy seat liners and brown dashboard. That is, oh, that's my cup of tea. It really is. I like that a lot. Not everyone understands it, but I like that. I like that a lot. And we've got a Vauxhall Cavalier in orange. I'm sure we've seen this at Rustival, maybe. Early 80s. Sorry, it's not a Cavalier, it's a Chevette. I've misidentified it. This, of course, is a bit smaller than the Cavalier. But nice nonetheless. And we've got a Vauxhall Victor, so a little bit earlier. But some of Luton's finest in this little bit here. And we've got this is interesting. So this is well, it's got Quantum on the front, Quantum QSC. So it's on a V plate, so it's what, 99. Very nice turquoisey colour. Recognise that gear stick, that's off something else. A Quantum H4.1 1.8. That's very interesting. I'm going to have to do some research on that. I can't say anything more about it because I know nothing about it, but that's certainly an interesting little thing. We've got another Ford next, this time a Consul. It's a Consul Mark 1. That's got a little, it's got a Delorto or a Weber there, downdraft carburettor of some sort on it. That's very clean. We've got a Willys Jeep. Always get at least one American military vehicle at these things, and that's very lovely. All period features, including the axe and shovel next to it. Another Ford Anglia. Then we've got a Jaguar XJS-C. Is it a V12? I think this one might be. It is. It's an XJS-C V12. And that's a good looking thing. A Morris, is that a quarter ton? Yeah, Morris quarter ton van, I think, this one. So it looks very much like a minor at the front, but of course it's much more enlarged. And then we've got a Citroen. Now, is this a C1? Or CX, something like that? Yeah, it is CX. CX Turbo 2. Of course, with its hydropneumatic suspension. Now, we've seen Meowdy before. I have not videoed it before, but we've seen this at the Chiltern Hills Rally. I think it's based between Aylesbury and Bicester, and it's a fluffy Audi with an interesting. It's been wrapped in a very interesting way, but it certainly brings a smile to everyone's face when they see it. Yeah, so there's Meowdy. I think Mrs. Smashing Pistons would like this car. I think Julie would go gaga over this one. And I'm pretty sure Simon got it in his video of the Chiltern Hills Rally. SLK Merc. That colour, that's lovely. That's really nice. And it's for sale. It's a
very rare colour. It's,
what is it? What?
Prismantine green.
Prismantine green, and it's for sale. And an opportunity to purchase a future classic. There's the number, and yeah, these will be future classics, or they are modern classics. They're nice cars, and now is probably the time to buy one, I would say. Yes, we're just saying to the gentleman who owns the Merc that cars like this used to be 50 quid, 100 quid. Beer money. You'd buy them, break them, use them, wait till they broke, and then just throw them away. But now, of course, they're worth an absolute fortune. That's a very Porsche colour. And that's a very nice 911. And we've got this Dodge Charger. It's a seriously sleek bit of kit. That's very nice. We've got a Puma. So the people who own this, they've got two Pumas, I think.
Sorry?
You've got two Pumas, haven't you? Yeah. So the red one that we see at Hook Norton.
Yeah.
And they've got this grey one as well, which is really nice. I say this in every video where I see it is really nice to see these at shows now, because you see a few of them, so they're being looked after, and that's good news. Yeah, but I've got quite a soft spot for these. And we've got a little A35, which is very clean. And then we've got the cars that we came in. So we've got Adrian's Mini Clubman Estate, which the boys had really good fun driving over. We did wonder if Lewis would actually fit in it, but he did. He wasn't driving though. And then we've got my Henry. So Henry's at his second show under my ownership, so that's good news. I think this lad also is a student at Bicester Heritage, and he's got this very nice Mark IIA Polo Coupe, very lowered. It's got a very nice exhaust on it. It did pop as we were coming over the bridge to get in here, and it made everyone jump, and it sounded very good. And we've got, I think this is a Plymouth. It's hard to tell because it's been debadged, but it's a good looking thing. We follow that one in as well. And we've got a camper. You always get a smattering of these at these shows. And we've got a 306 in this kind of bronzy goldy colour. Yeah, and that's a really nice looking thing as well, actually. They look so small compared to modern Peugeot 300s. These look really small. Audi Coupe, and we can see some other delights behind it, but that's clean. And a 944 Porsche, and then we've got a gap, so someone's already left. We've got a Primrose Yellow MGB, so we saw the Primrose Yellow MGC a little moment ago, but this is the MGB variant in that lovely colour. And we've got a T6, T5 or T6 Transporter. It's very clean. And we've got another Datsun. Is this another 240? It's definitely a Datsun Z, but which particular one? Yeah, it's another 240. So two Datsun 240s here, which is really nice to see because they are beautiful looking sports cars. I was going to pause, say hello to someone. We've got green TR7, and then we've got a Mark III Escort RS, and that is that's lovely. I would like one of these, but they're very expensive now. But I can understand why, because they're particularly nice. And then there's this. It's a 600. It's a 635 CSI, but it's the M version. It is just stunning. Yeah, I smile when I look at my E46, but this is a proper classic BMW. This is really nice. And it sounded absolutely epic when it came in. It's just beautiful. Yeah, really, yeah, everyone stopped talking when this drove in this morning because it is particularly nice. And what is also particularly nice is this Mark III Cortina GT in yellow with black additions and a black vinyl roof. And it's a bloody lovely looking thing. I absolutely love this. And then we've got a Series 2A Land Rover, and it's Graham's, who we know, because Graham's part of the AJF crew. He's sitting in there having his breakfast, and he's enjoying it by the looks of it, so's his shirt. But Graham was in two minds whether to come, because it was actually wet first thing this morning, so fair play to everyone who's kind of stuck with it. But yeah, Graham's gradually kind of tinkering with this and getting bits done, but it's a nice looking car. And then we've got something else interesting, so got a real variety. M635 Mark III Cortina, Series 2A Land Rover, and then a Vauxhall Nova in white. So pretty basic model, I'd have thought. 4-speed manual gearbox, 1.2 engine, so smaller side of the engine range. But isn't it great? Isn't it great to see all these different cars here like that? And then you go from a Nova to an MGA 1600. And that is quite a splendid thing. It's just great to see this variety of cars here. Right, so I've got quite excited over that, and then we've got another MG next to it. So it's actually a MG Midget 1500, but it's been de-bumpered. I like the mini lights on it. That's nice. And you've got some little sort of bits welded on just to fill the gaps in. And then we've seen this before, this Minor 1000 convertible. Do recognise that. And then we've got another Chevy, another car for sale, another American car for sale. A big Chevy of some description. There's Trevor's details. And here's Trevor's car. Don't know what it is, but it's nice. Now this car's coming on leaps and bounds. This is James, my friend James's MGF, which he rescued. And it's now got, this one, if you remember, we reprogrammed the keys for this. And when I did that, it had no carpet. But it has now, and it's beginning to turn into rather a nice car. There's James's temporary bonnet opening solution there. Some kind of hot rod. Looks like a Ford Popular with a Rover V8 engine. If I'm recognising that block correctly. That's interesting. And then we've got, so it's just, the mix here is so eclectic. So, a Nissan Primera. Is this Chris James's old one? I know he's reading the history there, but I know Chris has sold his now. But yeah, that Primera is clean and very nice looking. Got Mark III Fiesta there, which is clean. These cars are coming into their own. They really are. These were just, these were cheap. This is a Gear, this one, so it's a slightly nicer model. But these are the cars you looked at as you first go, I haven't got any money, but I need to buy a car. You'd buy something like this for not very much money. You try and do that now, and you're going to get a surprise. Now, this did catch my eye. My mum had one of these, Ford Orion in red. This one's probably not an auto. It's a 5-speed manual, so luxurious having a 5-speed manual back in the late 80s, early 90s, but it's a diesel as well, so that's very interesting. So it's probably not even a turbo diesel, that's probably a naturally aspirated diesel engine, so very torquey but incredibly slow. Another car for sale. Blimey, there's loads of cars for sale, but this one's desirable because people like collecting these. So we've got something, is it a T2?
Sorry. Un 2 del 68.
That's very nice. And we've got a Roller. And we've got a Range Rover Classic. We've got a couple of these here. So this is the 4-door. But that's very nice. That's early 80s. Big and chunky. Another Mini Clubman estate. So there's two here, Adrian's and this one. And then I'm going to salivate a bit here because we've got a Capri. A late Capri 2.8 injection. There's the stickers that Gavin's got produced for this show today, so that's really good. Get that. We probably won't put it on my Mini. I'll probably put it on Husley. Put it on a car that I know I'm going to keep for a little bit. We've got a hypercar here. We've got McLaren. Look at those exhausts. That's just naughty. That is. And that's just a naughty car. Look at that. Look at the dashboard and the instruments. That's just insane. So McLaren 650S. Be careful with your speed bumps. I just love that carbon front splitter. That's really cool. And we saw some modern MX-5s there. So here we've got a Unos Roadster. So this is the import spec. So yeah, leather with Alcantara actually. Wooden steering wheel, that's beautiful. And then we've got a Triumph Toledo. So this is very similar to the Dolomites, but it's got a shorter boot. And of course, this is what became the Dolomite a little bit later on. And then we've got the Cadbury's minor van, which we've seen in a couple of previous videos. So we'll see that again at Cheersley, no doubt. And we've got another. Oh, is this an MX? No, it's not. It's something interesting. Quantum. It's another Quantum. We saw a Quantum a little while ago. We've got another Quantum here. Sierra Sapphire. Always like these. Bloody lovely things, very nice. And then we've got I've got 3 Mexicos in a line, so we'll just stand back to see them all together like that. Treat seeing 1 Mark II Escort Mexico, but to see 3 all lined up together is very nice. And I do like these a lot. That's seriously cool. Seriously cool. This one's got all the cage and everything. It's a bit more rally prepared. But we haven't finished yet. We've got more cars to look at. So, given that this is a pretty rapidly put together show, the achievement's remarkable. They really once again well done. Big Hilly, 3,000. Then we've got another B. That looks like a modified Moggy Minor. It is. That's seriously jacked up, that one. Another SLK, and then we've got another Mini. And we've got this Capri. Now this looks very nice. I'm going to home in on this because that floats my boat and gets my juices flowing. That's very nice indeed. That's lovely. And we've got a Z4. Also very nice. And we've got a Lancia Fulvia, which I think I've seen before. That's a very pretty little thing. MX-5 coming or going, not quite sure. I'm pretty sure I've seen this in Aylesbury, this car. Civic Type R, they're very nice. We've got a Montego here, which I'm hoping to review this at some point actually. This is Bob Simon's T-Series powered Montego Turbo. He's got sort of MG wheels on it, but it's been modified. We shan't talk too much about it because I'll hopefully talk about this in a future video. But yeah, really good to see this car back on the road. 'Cause I know Bob's had a few running issues with it, which he's gradually working through. Stag, we always see a couple, at least one at a show. And we've got another Anglia here, slightly earlier one, which is a good looking thing. Got another B. This one's a bit concourse. That's particularly, you can eat your dinner out of there. That's very, very clean.
I will eat my dinner out of it.
The owner's just saying he will eat his dinner out of it. He's obviously completely devoted to his car. Now, we've got a Lotus Consul Cortina here. Morning. It's got a Cop Hill sticker on it. The bonnet's not open, but yeah, I just love those CND style tail lights on these. And then we've got another classic Range Rover, 2-door this time. I remember having a ride to school in one of these quite a lot, and you feel like a king sitting in the back of those because you've got a really good vantage point. But that is, yeah, lovely. These are worth an absolute fortune now. These are very valuable. And I always think of the former Duke of Edinburgh when I see these. And then we've got another Ferrari. So we've got a more classic Ferrari. And it is a Testarossa from 1987. Just look at that. That's very good of the owner to leave the bonnet open because these are not cheap to maintain. Anyone can buy a Ferrari, but to keep one on the road takes a bit of cash and a bit of perseverance. But yeah, that's a serious bit of V12-ery going under the bonnet. We've got a 911 rally spec with a full cage in it. Blimey, that's nice. That's very nice. And we've got Aaron's front-wheel drive. I think this is. I always get a bit confused with the Triumphs. Yeah, so I think it's a front-wheel drive, this one, but I could be wrong. It's a 1300 nonetheless. And we've got this Daimler, which is interesting because it's the sort of, yeah, I'm not quite sure what model this is, but it seems quite compact for a Daimler. But it's very nice nonetheless. And then we've got this Jensen came in pretty late on. It's got some seriously nicely cut wheels. I suspect this is a late one with the 7.2 litre Chrysler engine. Just look at that dash. That's just so opulent. Obviously very juicy to run one of these, and they're not cheap to buy either. And we got a big Ford 350. Just look at the acres. You could have a game of football in there. Seriously, big old lump of car. I don't know if it's all car shows, but we do very well when we have car shows in this area. We do very well for American stuff, and this Galaxy is just a beast. Wouldn't be a British car show without an Austin 7. It's compulsory to have one of these in attendance. Isn't it cute? Young man inside it thinks so as well. He's sitting in there smiling. Give us a wave. There we are. Thank you. This minor convertible is very clean. I've got a friend who's after one of these, so I need to keep an eye out for her. Then a Mark IV Golf GTI. That's particularly clean. I like those split rims. They're pretty special. We're nearly at the end. We've got a few little naughty things to look at over here. So won't talk about the bikes because I really don't know what I'm talking about with bikes. I appreciate them as an aerial. I know that's but these are classic bikes and they're very, very nice looking indeed. Chevy pickups, so more American stuff there. We've got some bits and bobs over there. It looks like a Hillman Avenger over there as well. We'll just skirt round because I just want to show some of these moderns. So we've got an E90 M3 here. So this is the one with the V8. So normally an M3 has a straight 6, but this is the E90. It's got the V8 engine. E92, sorry, because it's a coupe. Nice TT actually. That's in gold. And then we've got a Porsche GTA, which is smart. But I want to finish on this. This AMG Mercedes over here because it's behind a cordon, so we can't get right up close to it, but we can have a damn good stab at having a look. Yeah, so AMG SLS, and it's locally sourced, so Mercedes of Oxford, but that is an absolute brute. Heard this manoeuvring earlier, and they are something else. I really like that. I really like that a lot. And there we are. There is the Launton Classic and Retro Show. What a great event. It's small, so it's really nice to video because I can just get around quickly. Know a few folks here, which is nice. Really eclectic mix of cars, friendly atmosphere, well put together. Gavin, I hope you put this on again next year because it's really good. You should make this an annual event if you can, because it's brilliant and it will only grow. And I'm part of a local car show group. It's important we support each other, but seriously well done. If, keep an eye out for next year's, I don't know when it'll be, but if there is next year's, please keep an eye out, please support it and come along. It's really, really good. Don't forget to like and subscribe, like and comment, and share as well. And I'll see you again very, very soon on the next episode of Beards and Bangers, because we've got another meet to bring you tomorrow. But thank you for watching. Goodbye.